Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Garth Farms. This is episode 5. This is actually going to be the last buffer episode. The plan for today is to cut this grass, and then I'm going to make grass bales and just put them into a shed to be wrapped at a later point. However, I have just noticed that there is rain coming. The rain is due at 3 and 5, so we've got to get this done. We've got to get everything fixed by then. I think it's doable as long as we are a little bit quick about this. So, let's get this guy going. So, as I mentioned previously, the reason for mowing the grass on this field is that I am going to grow corn. And why am I going to grow corn? Now that's annoying. That's really annoying. That means I need to... Do I have a chainsaw? I don't have a chainsaw. I looked in here. There's nothing that I really want. That John Deere 4755 would be nice, but we're going to go with the look. Yeah, the John Deere would be nice, but it's just not really necessary. There we go. Now, oh, it's actually small enough for me to pick up by hand. I thought for a second I might have to put super strength on, but I do not. Okay. So, we don't want delays like that. We want to get this field done as quickly as possible. In fact, I'm going to go first person cab because I think it's going to be easier for this. There are more tree branches. Quickly trim that one off. That one is a bit too heavy. I'm just going to super strength it out of the way. There we go. Yeah, if the rain is coming, we do have to be a little quick with this job. Don't want to take too long. We don't need to get the ploughing done today. That's not necessary. We'll probably keep that for another episode anyway, so we've got something to do. But we do need to try and get all of this grass cut, so that we can then turn this field into a cornfield later on. I think the idea is that this field is used for grazing cows, and I suppose I could put one of those little there's like pen type things, aren't there? I could put one of those down, but I just want to grow corn, I think. We don't often make silage from corn in my series, so it'll be a nice little change. And we're not going to get much silage, that's very true. I'm not expecting to become the world's richest farmer from corn silage grown in a small field like this, but it will be enough. I have said but so many times in the last few minutes. Okay. Now, this is not good. If I can't see, I have no idea if I'm cutting properly. Not that it matters too much. We could have just ploughed this in with the fully grown grass, but I thought, why not try and make something out of it? So that's exactly what we're doing. In terms of the other fields, the grass is on stage 3 in 2 of the fields. Which ones? Fields Kutch and Gales. Both of those are on stage 3. The other one is still on stage 2 because that was cut later. That's all fine. I don't mind. I wasn't really planning on doing another cut this year because it's just not necessary. We've got enough hay and we've got enough silage to last us. I did look at the cows. Nothing has really changed with them. There were no new cows that we could buy to make things, to speed things up a little bit, and yeah, no changes in terms of the pregnancy. So everything is just kind of ticking along at the moment. There's nothing exciting happening, and of course all of the contracts are either boring or not worth the effort. So, whoa. This will be our last headland. Oh, come on. And once we've done this, we will jump to, I think, a time skip for when the grass is finished being cut. Because we wanted to get 3 jobs done, plus moving the bales, which moving the bales is going to be a pain. No, actually, moving the bales is not going to be so bad, because we're at the field where we need... You know, the field is close to the yard. But yeah, we've got 4 jobs to do on one field in one episode in hopefully 25 minutes. So, better if I just skip time instead of doing a time lapse, I think. We may do a time lapse of the baling if we need to. Definitely won't do a time lapse of me picking up. But as we found out in one of the previous episodes, it took me, what was it, to fill up that bale trailer, I think was 12 minutes of real time, almost half the episode. It's also why the last 2 episodes were a bit longer than planned, because some of the jobs just really dragged on, and I couldn't find appropriate times in them to actually cut out, which was a bit of a pain. Yeah, if I'd cut anything out, it wouldn't have made sense, so I had to leave it in and leave the episodes a bit longer. So it would be good, actually, if we can get this episode a little shorter. Right. I'm not actually doing headlands, it's just that there was not enough room at the end here to get this done. So I suppose I am doing a headland, but it's an unplanned headland. I thought I would have enough room at the end of the field to turn around, but there wasn't, so I decided to stick an extra one on. After this, I will cut in, and then that'll be it done. And we'll be on to the windrowing, which shouldn't take too long, I don't think. Anyway, I'm gonna jump from here. I will get this field all mowed, and I'll see you when it's done. Grass is cut, and I have got the windrower here, so we'll just get ourselves into the field. Go and close that gate up. Come on. There we go. This, I think, I'm going to do with steering assist, because it is a little bit fiddly trying to make sure the rows are in the right place. I realised that I actually set keys. You can see them in the F1 menu. 1, 2 and 3 are for the various lift, fold and turn off, and it took me until yesterday to realise that I had those set up on my joystick and not on the steering wheel, and that's why I couldn't find them. So I was just messing around then, trying to find out exactly which command, which button does which, because 1, 2 and 3 are not very helpful on this joystick because they don't have numbers, so not the greatest. Right. 2 headlands was actually a little tight still, but it's fine, we'll get it all done. I think we're looking okay for 3 o'clock. The rain may start a little bit early, but I think we're looking okay at the moment without needing to do any changing of game speed. We should put the weather, there's the weather thing that you can get that comes with seasons. Not seasons, this is not seasons. The weather thing that comes with precision farming that will actually give you a better weather prediction. Ah, no, it doesn't, does it? They changed it. It makes the AI workers better. There is an RTK station, isn't there? Something like a weather base station that you can add in that does improve your weather forecast accuracy. That would be useful. To be honest, that is something I don't ever add on any of my save games, regardless of whether they're for YouTube or private use, and I should add them. Those trees are going to have to be cut down. I don't want to remove trees unless I have to, because it's really not good for the environment, but those trees really are in the way. I need a screenshot as well, don't I? Yes. And I still haven't put the disappearing mod, the disappearing lines mod on. Yes. I need to get a screenshot. I will do that in a minute, I think. This is interesting. I've actually got two lines here on top of each other. Right, in fact, let me do a screenshot now. So, and HUD visibility off. And oh yeah, I don't have a screenshot key because I actually opened this up not in Steam today. There we go. Now reset and on, and I can see that actually that line ran out a while ago. I did hear the beep and I wondered what it was talking about, but that's what it was talking about. So yeah, these trees down this bottom end, they're a bit of a pain. First person is okay, but it's still, even that's not great. See, I'm disappearing into the trees all the time. Yeah, not fantastic. But there's a lot of trees there, and I doubt I'll be able to cut them all down. Most of them I probably won't be able to touch because they're outside of the, not even my field, they're outside of the map. I will see. I think we're going to have to do an episode just with some maintenance of trees. There is a really cool mod that I've started using, which is wood chip production, and that makes wood chips so, well, I mean, wood chips were already quite profitable, but that makes them even more profitable. It's a fantastic mod, but it's good if you're doing a lot of forestry work. That's not the aim on here, so I would definitely not install that. To be honest, I only kept it because I knew that we could use wood chips for certain mods for providing heating or something like that. So I kept it on. Yeah, I kept all of my wood chips stored up. And then all of a sudden this lumberjack wood chip mod came out, and I said, brilliant. Another thing I can do with my wood chips that will make me even more money. But yeah, not really suitable for this map. Now, we are still doing okay with the time, but we are coming up to 1:15. We've got about 1 hour 45. Time is starting to disappear on us. I need to be a little bit more time efficient now. Like, not having to put the brakes on would be great. This is not exactly what I wanted. I was hoping we'd be ready, we'd have the bales all baled up before 3 o'clock, so that we might be putting them away in the rain, but they're done in the rain, if that makes sense. They're already completed. At the moment, it's looking like we're not even going to have the baling finished by 3 o'clock. I forgot about that. We're not using realistic weather, so the bales won't rot. I'd like to keep it a little bit semi-realistic and not be doing grass work in the rain, but they won't rot, so that gives me a bit of breathing space actually. I forgot that. Because if you're using realistic weather, they will rot. This is quite good actually. That takes a weight off my mind. I was worried. Right, I'm going to get this finished and then I'll be back once the baler is ready to start going. Right, get this baling done. Like I said, I was really hoping to have the baling finished before the thing, before the rain, but I don't think it's going to happen. Although now the weather forecast has changed, there's no rain due. Interesting. Now the other thing, what size bale am I creating? I'm making these 180s? Oof, I can't tell, because if they're too big I won't be able to put them into a bale wrapper. That would be a pain. I could still put them in, I could still use them, but they take a lot more work to be used. I'd have to cut them open, and then after cutting them open, then either put them with a pickup, run them through the baler again, or what would be the other option? Or I could just pick up the grass with a bucket and tip them into the silage pit. But yeah, all of that is a bit more work. So we'll wait for this bale to drop out, which shouldn't be long now, and then we'll be able to see. Going up the hill there is a bit of a struggle. Try not to back into the hedge completely. Come on. Now I did have this on something the other day. It just would not. It was getting the pickup caught on something. It seemed to be doing the same thing then. But we are moving, so right, we'll just get to the end of here. I mean, I think you probably are supposed to lift the pickup when you're turning the tractor anyway, so it's that problem there was being caused by me being lazy. Let's check this bale. I think the bales say what size they are. It just says 6,000 tons. Or 6,000 litres. I have absolutely no idea how big these bales are. I guess we will find out later when we try to use them for wrapping. But it looks like we're going to get a decent amount off the field. I forgot to reset the bale counter. Resetting the bale counter, Alt and X, I think. Yes. Right, so we are going to have to add 2 to whatever we get. These trees, these trees, these trees. Let's go back in first person just while we're around the trees. I'm gonna have to look at a solution for that. Otherwise this field will end up not being used, which would be disappointing. Ooh, it drops right there. At least you're between 2 rows. Yeah, I think now what I will do is I will time-lapse this, so I'll see you when the field is done. 96%. That is infuriating, I have to say. Let's get that bale out, and then we can we empty the unfinished bale? We can, yes, there we go. Perfect. We'll fold that up. So we made, we'll call it 11 because that bale actually was 96%, so 11 plus the 2 we had already, 12 bales. 12 bales off that field is surprising, and actually a pretty good haul. So I'm going to get the weight put onto the back of the trailer, because otherwise I think he's going to struggle. Back of the tractor even. And I will also get the front loader and the bale spike, and we can get these bales shifted. Oh, it's fun trying to reverse things around here. This is a very tight yard. Yeah, I will get this in. And yeah, see you in a sec when everything is ready for us to start picking up bales. Alright, so after the fiasco last time, we're not going to actually do all of the bales on camera. No way, Jose. Instead, we're just going to try and get one set put away. And once we've got one set put away, we can then finish the episode, and I will get the rest done off camera. That would make sense. There we go. And in we go. Grab. What's the grab? Grab bales. Oh, Y, sorry. Not Z. Okay, and where's the next one? Oh, we'll take that one there. I'm hoping that with the weight on the back, he's a bit better, but this weight, actually 12,000 litres I think is the limit. It's heavy. You can see we would need a much bigger weight, so we're going to have to do these in stacks of 2, and we've got 13 bales, so that's even more annoying. But I think for our own safety, whoa, look at that. Yeah, it's too heavy. We need a bigger weight, and now is not the time to be going to buy a bigger weight. So I think we'll put the grass bales by here, because we've got the hay over there. Oops. Do I still have my engine turned on? Yeah, I do. Okay. Because I'm surprised that I'm not getting any light yet. I thought the lights on the tractor may have come on already. This is where actually something like a skid steer would be fantastic for navigating around. We don't often buy skid steers. I don't even use them that often. But maybe in this case, a skid steer would be good. Just get you up against the wall. There we go. So, why? Right, so, okay. That's counterintuitive. Oh look, there's our lights. So, we will now get the rest of these done off camera, I think, because it's going to be a bit of a job doing 2 at a time. I forgot that grass weighs more than hay. Should have remembered that, really. But yeah, whoa. What did I just hit? That was surprising. Yes, so I will clear this field off camera. For now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.